2, 1. What's up, Wellness Secret Live? I am DJ Anthony, your host. That is my man from Cali, resident PhD in biochem. Hey, we're just two friends talking. We're not giving any medical advice. Always check with healthcare professionals. Hey, look, it's suntan lotion time, folks. Okay, and I saw Magnus an article and a news piece online and on television saying that there are people now that are advocating not wearing sunscreen because of the quote unquote dangerous chemicals in sunscreen. So it's better off don't go out. So there's a whole kind of sub movement going on out there in America that, dude, sunscreen's bad, man. Just don't wear it, because I saw somebody on YouTube said it. This person's got a lot of money and they know everything. So, and they said, don't wear sunscreen. Sunscreen's bad because it has chemicals. Okay. First off, yes, sunscreen has chemicals. So don't use that sunscreen. Use a sunscreen that doesn't have the dangerous chemicals.
Can I add something?
Go ahead.
Everything a chemical is in it. Everything is a chemical. So I mean, it's the thing that people say, oh, there's a chemical in it. Like, again, that for me, it basically like should I stop listening because this person is basically uneducated?
Right. And the people who would not wear sunscreen, those are the same people that frequently drink alcohol, which is a carcinogenic poison classified by the CDC. But that's okay.
Or smoke.
Okay. Or smoke, or drink soda, or just sit and eat shit food. It's got chemicals in it. That's fine. But something that's actually going to protect you from cancer. And by the way, your dermatologist, your doctor went to at least 10 years of schooling to say, wear sunscreen. And you have what schooling? So it's like, yeah, you heard it on YouTube. Okay. But again, you're not a doctor. Listen, folks, if you're worried about it, here's what I do. Because I don't want to put unnecessary chemicals on my skin if I don't have to. So I try to use the least amount of chemicals as possible. I get it. So what I do is I use Coppertone. This is made for children, for babies. So my thinking is they're probably not going to poison a baby, but they'll poison an adult. So, so I'll use like stuff like this. It's like almost, has less ingredients in it, but it's still protective. Listen, folks, wear sunscreen. I will say this, Magnus, this is kind of interesting because there's, I think, a little bit of an ounce of truth to when people say, well, don't use sunscreen. Okay. Well, if you're not going to use sunscreen, then A, do not go out when it's light. You got to go out at night. Number 2, if you're going to go out when the sun's out, then you have to cover up everything. So wear a burqa. Okay. You know what a burqa is, folks? That's the whole garb. Everything is covered. Your face is covered in a big, kind of cloth. So every part of your skin is covered. And people do that. So if you're willing to cover everything, yeah, sure. Don't wear sun protection then, but it's, listen, folks, you're normal person, you're going to wear a bikini or short sleeve shirt, put on the sunscreen. And by the way, I know you know this, Magnus, because you're out in California, but you're supposed to put sunscreen on a half hour before you go out. You got to let the sunscreen protect you, because dying of cancer is not fun. So I don't know. And again, check with your dermatologist, folks. You're not a doctor. People watching this, neither am I. And anyways, Magnus, anything else you want to add to this?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a little bit in between, because I think both of these are extremes. Like either don't go out or like don't wear it. I mean, I wear sunscreen. I don't wear sunscreen that often because I like my face. I usually wear a hat when I'm out in the middle of the day, because I don't have any hair and I don't want to burn my scalp up, right? And have skin conditions and issues and potentially cancer. Right. But there's also this, that a lot of people are going to the extreme and overprotecting themselves, I must say, because we're seeing people are usually low on vitamin D. That's because they're not out in the sun the right way. And the right way means you get up in the morning, you get out when the sun is not that strong, because sun rays are healthy for our hormone system, and also getting some vitamin D. And of course, I actually supplement with vitamin D as well too. I think that people needs to understand sun rays are not dangerous. It's the same thing with everything. Too much concentration, exposure is dangerous. So if you don't understand, having a good understanding on how your skin reacts and how the sun is, be careful. Start out you might be out. If you're out in the middle of the day when the sun is the strongest, maybe you're out for 5 minutes. And then you're continuously working on it, kind of like really understand see how you react to it, especially also when we have people that are going to summer vacation. They usually live more up north. They go closer to the equator and don't really have an understanding that the sun is way stronger the closer to the equator you get. So I think, again, people need to educate themselves and have an understanding, also have an understanding how they react. It's the same thing. I rather use precaution than being overconfident, right? Like, take it slow, take it like you don't, and people are so stressed out. I need the suntan or whatever. Like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
If you're
Like,
suntanning, you're that's not good, folks.
yeah, I mean, be smart about it. Like, same thing when you're out and like you're doing maybe you're going out on the boat, or you're out swimming, or you're snorkeling, or you're jet skiing, or whatever it is, right? Or around the beach, right? Be smart, and also like bring layers of clothes. Yeah, I know it sucks actually putting something on like a long sleeve, but sometimes you have to, because you do not want to burn your skin. So like you said, cover yourself up, have a hat, sunglasses, so on. So you have to be smart when it comes to this, because sun is not dangerous. It's, again, too much of a concentration of it is dangerous.
Right. Yeah. And talk to your dermatologist, because there is an amount
Yep.
of sunlight that you can absorb without sunscreen, but it's minimal. It's like 10, 15 minutes a day without protection. Then you got to put sunscreen on. And by the way, folks, go get your yearly checkup too. Like I go, I'm going to be getting my yearly dermatology checkup to check out my beauty marks and stuff like that.
And if you see something changing on you, like skin changes, then definitely go and have that checked out. The earlier you do it, the better.
Yeah, because skin cancer is very easily treatable or preventable. But if you don't check on a skin cancer is actually, I think, one of the most deadly cancers if you don't get it checked out. So, and it's, again, get ahead of it. There's no reason to be dying of skin cancer. But so that's it. So yeah, folks, wear your sunscreen, and wear a hat, things like that. But don't be like, no sunscreen is good. That's stupid. Even ones with the quote unquote chemical is better than nothing. So the sun is it's our friend, but like you said, Magnus, a little too much, it can cause big problems for you. So anything else, Magnus, before we wrap up?
No, that's it. I'll be smart. Again, educate yourself. Like, do like and like be cautious a little bit. Like, be a little bit more protective than just go crazy and run out like and burn yourself. We don't want that. It's bad.
Yeah. Your dermatologist, your doctor knows a lot more than you do. So listen to your doctor.
Yes, sir.
Right, thank you, Magnus, out in Cali, here in Jersey. Everyone tune back in. We got some great shows coming up. Like and subscribe. Checking us out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.